agree. And
You know, man, I'm always do my thing, get with it.
You know?
I'm always get with it, you know? Just like that.
So can you remind the people what your name is, you know?
It's me, man, Thrett in the building. Just doing a little expression real quick of myself, doing my day-to-day. Thrett dog for the record, I'm a positive, not a negative. That's me. I don't want, man.
Exactly. So I know that you like to talk what's on your mind and speak that real.
Right.
So I was just wondering, could you tell the people what's on your mind right now?
Well, it's a lot of stuff on my mind, bro. One of the most of my mind work is like what I've been doing for the last few years, and what I've gained out of it, or if I gain anything out of it, for the most part. So, that's my focus point. So, that's a broad question. What's on my mind, man? My business, for one. I've been thinking about my business, HBTHC in the building, man. CMCCmovement.net. You know what I'm saying? Change media, change culture. So that's always on my mind. We got to change stuff. So, focusing on my business, man. I'm ready to do my business. I'm ready to move forward with my own career, my own goals. You know what I'm saying? Because I am a boss, been one since day one. So that's what's on my mind, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Word up. I hear you. Well, yeah. Now that you're telling people what's on your mind, what is something you want to let them know before you leave and we hop off the camera?
One of the main things that I want people to know for sure, bro, is that YBMW, hashtag YBMW in the building, man.
Always.
And forever be in the building. The critical component about that is that when we started YBM, it was a significant reason, Initially, I started because I wanted to just get a couple young brothers and sisters that understand the concepts of business.
Yeah.
Because where I'm headed with my life, millions since day one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a young dude, and I realized the negative way of pursuing millions, selling dope, hustling on the side, that ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Exactly.
But when you adapt to the concepts of a true business and a true mindset of businessman, then you can put yourself on a level to understand how to really achieve the millions, the multitudes of millions, in a collective mindset of business. And so, again, starting YBMW, I wanted to initially just try to find me a group of young men that can grasp this concept. And so when we got involved with it, I started getting myself more caught into it because I'm saying, I can probably build a large team, and in making us building a larger team, the conflict of interest was, in order to build a larger team, you have to have the funds up front in order to sustain the relationship that I build with young men and women. And in the process of us doing that, we lost a lot because financially we couldn't deal with all of the young men and women that we've been coming across. Fortunately, dealing with brothers like you since we've been doing this, you know what I'm saying, you've been riding it out. There's a few other brothers that have been riding this out. There's a few that didn't achieve the levels that we asked, and they went their own way, but they're not out of it. Supposed to do. They just learn the concepts of business, move forward, work hard to invest into yourself. So, now I'm like, okay, my Heavenly Father was speaking to me, and He told me, son, well, you achieved all you need to achieve. And I'm like, what's that achievement? He said, you found a few amongst the many that's willing to ride with you. Exactly. So you take these few that you have, don't worry about the rest of them at this particular time. You work in condition with the few that you have, and you build that empire now so we can contribute back to our organization. That way we can financially sustain the relationship that we rebuild with these young men and women in the community but as of now, man, YBMW is going to always be an organization that's built off of money, man. Yeah. We're going to always pursue millions. Why carry a conversations about a couple hundred, a couple thousand, when we can carry the same conversations about a few millions and achieve that too? If we talk about it enough, eventually the manifesto, like presto.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And as long as we know that a cheap conversation would only get a cheap result, but a rich conversation will end up with a rich result. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people look at me when I talk to a young man like you about $1.5 million. And they be like, nigga, you talking about $1.5 million? And I'm like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Exactly. They chasing something, so why not talk about this? Nonprofit and then when I look at, a lot of these at-risk youth organizations, they do one thing. They generate large sums of money. I'm not pointing fingers at nobody. I'm not trying to point no organizations out. But like I know, there's organizations that amongst us that's capitalizing millions and millions of dollars and not fixing a problem. And the reason why that happens is because if you don't fix the problem, the next year you can ask for a lot more of millions and they would achieve that. Because young brothers like yourselves is running around trying to figure out life. And the more y'all run around trying to figure out life, you're going to bump your heads. You're going to step on a couple of people trying to figure it out. And that's what, you know what I'm saying? We got young homies in the streets right now that they think it's cool in your area to go outside. You ain't harming nobody, but you go outside and lick off a couple shots. Bop, 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 in the air. just to be fun or just to be kiddie. There's people in your neighborhood that's so scared about that. Then what they do, they complain to these organizations, or they complain to the city in general, you know, about what we need to do and how can we fix this. And then all of a sudden, these people are figuring out ways to raise millions and millions of dollars because of the problem. You get what I'm saying? And so my attitude is that if we realize that people are making y'all a crap load of money, mishaps and your misguidance, you know, then if you're making that money because of them, and you know that's what y'all chasing is the dollar, and people say, and now that we're pursuing money, first thing people tell you is it's not about material things, it's not about money. But if it's not about money or material things, then why do y'all always tell us that you can't do nothing without money?
Exactly.
You can't exist, or you can't make things happen in life without money. So your image is everything, and obey your thirst. How you gonna tell me my image is everything, but then tell me not to uplift and define my image as an internal? What I think about myself, how come I can't express my internal self in an external way? You get what I'm saying? And people are trying to, and I don't want nobody to tell none of my young partners and none of the other cats to get down with us. And so I heard a couple of young cats on Facebook the other day was talking about something. You lied to them because you told them that we would be getting millions. And I'm glad you told them that we would be getting millions, because we will get millions. Because we're pursuing that. That's what we after. It's not a money thing. We don't chase money because we want the money. We chase the money because it's an opportunity. You should have never instilled that into our brains that money makes the world go round. You get what I'm saying? So now that we know money makes the world go round, let's get that business mindset and pursue. So HBTHT.net, CMCC movement is the business. So when we move forward, I'm picking you and other young cats elevated in the YBMW organization to be my business partners on my venture in business. Because I'm pursuing major money. I'm going to get what I'm after.
Exactly.
I've got what I wanted to get out of YBMW, a group of young people that's willing to move forward. We didn't join in this organization to really just get the money. We wanted to get the mindset.
Simple.
And so now I know you got the mindset, then
let's get it.
Let's get this paper. You get what I'm saying? So that way we can be financially free. You know, right now we do what we can. Like I tell a lot of people, the whole purpose of the YBMW organization was when people say, young man, you can't expect nobody to give you anything. And you can't expect change in your community unless you're making a change yourself.
Exactly.
Y'all making change. You're making self-change. You show up in places that people don't believe that young men and women will show, especially young men and women of color. You presenting yourself at these places. Your presence is felt at these places. When a lot of the times you couldn't get people like yourself. And what I mean by people like yourself, that come from this grind though. You come from this lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? They couldn't get y'all in there. So IBMW, we collectively put ourselves in this position. And still we're seen, but you know, publicly and openly, we wasn't acknowledged by people that should have been putting us on blast, like talking about. So now that we understand, now that I know who I got on my team, then I need y'all to work with me on making sure that we can get to this next level financially. It's going to always be YBMW, but right now, we're going to suppress that for a second, man, to develop and get our money right, and then we attend the YBMW organization and provide opportunities and funds for the younger cats, like we've been doing, but now it's time for us to capitalize off of it. I hear your phone ringing, and that's business, so you go ahead and attend to that. We're going to get back at y'all in uno momento, por favor, all the time. Hashtag YBMW in the building, CMCC movement, HBTHT, and it's over there, you know what I'm saying?